Hello and welcome to Come Out and Play. I'm Dave McDowell. Hello and welcome to Come Out and Play. Today we're at Desert Oasis Aquatic Center.
I'm Mario. Today's show is actually special. We are live from the red carpet and a Chandler.
Hello and welcome to the Come Out and Play show. I'm Barbara Young.
I'm Dave McDowell.
And I'm Bob Leister, and I'm usually behind the camera, not in front of the camera.
We have a very fun show planned for you today. We will be highlighting the 18 years of the Come Out and Play show.
Our mission is to provide leisure opportunities for you and assist you in enjoying your leisure time. We hope that this program makes a difference by enhancing your leisure time pursuits, whether they be bird watching or basketball.
18 years ago we started the Come Out and Play show, March of 1994. Our mission at that time, and still remains, is to educate the citizens of Chandler on parks and recreation opportunities offered through the city, as well as what they might find in the community of Chandler.
And at that point in time, we were a parks and recreation department in the country that was leading in the number of parks developed per year. There was no end to things to talk about. We talked about a lot of new park development, and we tried to bring that to the forefront as far as what people could do in terms of leisure opportunities.
And a segment within the Come Out and Play show was actually called Park Development Update.
So we've got lots of fun things coming up. Don't change that dial. And right now we're going to go to Conrad Schutnick for his park development update.
Thanks, Dave. By the way, it's a great t-shirt you have. In this section of Come Out and Play, I will update all of our new park development projects.
Mine was update the park development program we had going on, a new playground, a new park, some sort of amenity, recreation or such, and let the people of Chandler know what we're doing out here.
The cable channel was definitely used very strongly to help educate those 1,000 new residents that were moving into Chandler every month. We just couldn't get the word out fast enough.
These amazing growth statistics have caused Chandler to be named one of the fastest growing cities in the nation by the New York Times.
It's a fact. Chandler, Arizona is one of the fastest growing areas in the entire U.S., growing so rapidly that the city's population has increased by 50% in just the last 5 years.
The whole Come Out and Play show was really staffed by volunteers. I mean, we were still employees, but you know, in addition to your regular city jobs, we had to do all that too. So no one really had hosting experience before. So you guys were like OJT on the training as you went along.
And you were there to throw us the lines and make us look good.
Maybe. We went through a series of hosts because as the employees maybe went on to another job or got more responsibility, they did have time to do a hosting job. So you'll see through the years the different hosts that we had.
I mean, it kind of grew out of just a great cooperation among city employees at that time from all departments.
Staff has always played an integral role in the success of the Come Out and Play show, whether it's at staff meetings and asking staff for ideas for the shows coming up, whether it's interviewing them, doing an interview about their programs and their involvement in that.
When the Come Out and Play show first started, it was really different than what was the usual government access, which would be your council meetings and your planning and zonings. So really when this started 18 years ago, planning probably more like 19 years ago, it brought a whole different feel to our channel. It was more than just government meetings, which back then were like 6-7 hours long. Here's a half an hour, up to half an hour show that was fun. Any of the residents could relate to it. It improved our viewership. We got more recognition. As the show got better, we won awards for it.
Chandler received several awards, and one of those was the Innovation Award. We have a nice little plaque here for the Come Out and Play TV show.
For a long time we did it once a month, and later on we kind of backed off again, and now it's every 8 weeks. So this is the longest running produced TV show of any of the city government channels in the state. Not the most by any means, but the longest running. And for a show that's been running on a government channel for 18 years continuously is quite an accomplishment.
We'll be right back to show you our most popular trail after this fun fact.
Chandler is known for our unique special events. And of course, it's only natural that we would highlight those unique special events as part of the Come Out and Play show. One of the very first unique signature events was
Doodah Days.
People may not remember the Doodah parades.
Wild, wacky, tasteless, and tacky.
That's right, that's right. That's a great
I try to de-emphasize the tacky part.
Basically took the place of what had been a fall event called Maxwell Street Days. It was held downtown, like all of the special events were at that time, and it was quite a unique and racy sort of event. I mean, the parade was a collection of off-the-wall things that people do. The Intel Corporation was fairly new to Chandler. They put together a marching lawn chair brigade that did routines and entertained with lawn chairs.
I actually interviewed Kerry Dunn, who was the coordinator of that event, and in the interview he explained that the idea came out of Pasadena, California, that the people over there wanted to do something totally wacky, so different from the Rose Bowl parade, that they came up with the Doodah, and it carried over to Chandler.
You know, the Doodah parade this year will be on national TV. So you guys are going to have your act together and look real sharp, and maybe you'll get that invitation from David Letterman.
We'll do it. We'll do it.
That's the sound of the men working on the stand. Gang, and they go doo-dah, 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 doo-dah.
And here with me today is Earl Barnum, the creator of the Tumbleweed Christmas Tree. Hi, Earl. Welcome.
Welcome. Howdy. Glad to know you.
Thank you.
Glad to know you.
Earl, you've always been fondly referred to as the daddy of the Tumbleweed Christmas Tree. How did the makings of the Tumbleweed Tree come about?
Yeah, I saw the tumbleweed. They were very, very large here, and I just had the idea that it would make a nice tree.
Earl was an interesting individual, to say the least.
It was an honor to interview him, and people come from all over the United States and out of country to see it as well. And then, of course, the Ostrich Festival.
At that time, the ostrich races were where the library parking lot is today, and the whole event was held downtown, and we closed down the downtown. It originally came about because the city had a festival in the spring each year with a parade that was kind of lackluster, and a group of people from the chamber got together and were trying to figure out some kind of hook to put a festival together. And there was a gentleman who had seen ostrich racing somewhere, and he brought a video in, and everybody kind of said, you know, that might work, and that's kind of how it all started.
Due to the success of the Ostrich Festival and the recognition of Chandler with ostriches, early 90s, mid-90s, we, being Parks and Rec staff, came up with the ostrich as our logo. And when we decided to do the Come Out and Play show, we just automatically went to that. Our old logo had been around for quite some time. Through the efforts of our staff, what we have now, it represents the diversity of our Parks and Recreation, programs and opportunities.
We took it to a level where the logo was colorful, had activities representing all 4 seasons, and also showing the all ages activities that we have with our sports, nature, and aquatics programs.
I think it's very catchy, and people seem to identify it as a brand of ours.
And I will see you in just a few minutes, right after this Do You Know?
My name's Chris Kircher. I work for the City of Chandler. I'm the Park Irrigation Coordinator. And one of my responsibilities out here for the City of Chandler is being responsible for the crew here at the Chandler Regional Sports Complex.
And Dave, you were the original host. Do you remember what the first show was about?
We were at Snedeker Sports Complex. We had just finished the development of that complex shortly before that, and that complex was originally built as a complement to Compadre Stadium so that the Milwaukee Brewers would have a spring training site, and the sports complex served as the minor league training facility. So we did a whole show out there on the maintenance of the area. Snedeker was one of the first places that we used that computer-controlled irrigation system. So we talked about that.
A lot of the things that we highlighted were recreational pursuits that you could sign up for through our break time. And one of the shows we did was on scuba diving, because we actually offered scuba diving classes at one of our facilities. Another one that we did that was a lot of fun was the whole horseback riding in the Superstition Mountains, because we actually contracted with the Don Donnelly stables. It was just important for us to highlight programs that we were offering, as well as just interests that might take one outside of, the city of Chandler.
Now you're sitting here just reading. What are you reading?
I'm reading an article that's titled, "What's There to Do? Check out summer activities and things to consider when selecting a camp."
Oh.
The topic for this month's show.
We did some things talking about youth camps in Arizona for kids. So we moved out beyond the city limits a little bit just to expand people's recreation horizons and expose them to new and different activities. One of my most memorable shows was our second show, the South Mountain show, where we had my good friend L.V. Yates along for the hike up South Mountain. Conrad and Bob carried cameras and all the equipment up and down the mountain, and
memorable.
It was a warm day.
It was a warm day.
You must understand, in those days, videography out in the wild open was very much different than it is today. It was kind of like Matthew Brady in the Civil War going to a battlefield with all his heavy equipment and ox cart-driven wagons and such. I was the resident mule train. I had to carry this very big, very heavy and clumsy set of tripods, as well as this sound mechanizing machine that we used to tune up the microphones, which were a very difficult thing to do out in the open with the wind and other such things here. So I had probably about 30 or 40 pounds worth of equipment I was carrying. LV didn't want to just show us one corner of South Mountain Park. He wanted to show us the whole park. He helped develop the park there years ago. He helped name everything out there, and he had a story for everything we had out there. So it was an amazing experience, but he hiked me into the ground.
Fortunately for us, Dave was so knowledgeable about the outdoors that we just walked and he pointed and educated us on the different plants. And
that was a very ambitious show for a second show on this. Went out in the field, we had to rent equipment. It was a real bonding experience for us too. For the second show, we really had fun on that.
We ventured to Phoenix to highlight a farmer's market, because the vendor having the farmers market in Phoenix, the city had just signed a contract with them to come and offer a farmers market in downtown Chandler. Well, then there was that paintball show that we did, which became very popular 10 years ago. Cutting edge stuff. We wanted to make sure that we highlighted that.
We'll be right back after this with all the action. Don't miss a single moment of all the excitement as we play paintball on Mount Ord.
We did a series that was called Hot Summer Fun.
People would say, it's too hot in Arizona. What do you do during the summertime? So the idea was to show people there are things to do during the summertime. So rather than do, at that time, a lot of interview type stuff, we decided, well, let's make it a little more interesting. So we made like little vignettes of what it can do.
One particular segment I remember was horseback riding, and we did a little contest in who could saddle up their horses fastest. And my gosh, even if I had tried to be as slow as what I was, I couldn't have been any slower.
My favorite shows would be the more technical ones. The more difficult the show was, the more technical savvy we had to be, so to speak. Like the rock climbing show, it was the probably our first outside hiking big adventure show. We went up there with 3 firefighters. That's the first time we went out with 2 cameras and hung from rocks and different things, and we didn't put ourselves in jeopardy, but you know, we were cutting edge back then. And we went above and beyond what you think we would do, such as scuba diving. Well, our photographer became scuba certified. She learned how to scuba dive so she can give us the underwater perspective of that. We went out and got a special bag to put our camera in so we can go underwater and stuff like that. We were always trying to add a new dimension to it.
Let's get started. Let's get started.
Skydiving was another one. That was actually a 3-camera shoot, and we went out there. Julie volunteered to take the training and jump out of an airplane. We had Stacy Sacco, other video person here. She went up in the airplane, and she was up there and you know, shooting from the inside of the airplane. And so I stayed on the ground. So we actually had 3-camera shoot doing the skydive, and so really the more extreme ones that we did were the fun ones for me. You know, even including the hot air balloon, which I guess we can call extreme, but I was amazed how quiet it is in a hot air balloon when you're up in the air.
During flight, nothing you have to do. Please just make sure you stay in the basket, you don't lean, and you don't jump out. That's all you have to do. Seems obvious.
In looking back at the shows over the years, several highlights come to mind. Most definitely the rock climbing, because that was just a personal achievement of mine, but it also lent itself to developing friendships that I still have today with the people that were so very patient with me and participated with me in that show. Along with the mountain bike ride in the Santans, where I biffed it. Got to be able to laugh at oneself when you take a fall for the show. Another one that comes to mind is the hot summer fun shows. To me, those were probably some of the really enjoyable ones that I did. We just were goofy and made fun of ourselves and poked fun at each other while we tried to show the citizens of Chandler what could be done during the hot summer months here in Arizona. I would say that we have achieved our mission that we set out to achieve 18 years ago, and educating the citizens of Chandler of parks and recreation services and programs that we offer here through the city. It has expanded from the show airing on Channel 11 to now all sorts of other medias.
Back then we were all confined by our borders. You know, Channel 11 was only seen in Chandler. And then as the web came around, we started going out on the web.
We've expanded the audience for the Come Out and Play Chandler show by putting it on YouTube. We created a separate channel with a playlist that has all the past episodes. So every 2 months a new show is loaded on YouTube. The show is also available on chandleraz.gov, and then we promote it on Facebook and on Twitter, and we try to raise the awareness for residents to watch each new episode. And of course they can also watch it on Channel 11. Once we put it on the website several years ago and then made the YouTube channel, we've been able to just increase our traffic for each show.
I think the Chuck Wagon Cook-Off, it was amazing the response to that video that we've seen from the public out there. We did the first Chuck Wagon Cook-Off on Veterans Day 2 years ago, and it has been viewed time and time again by people all over the country, and even I know one person in Germany that commented on it.
We hope they come and enjoy the food and enjoy the atmosphere and learn a little something.
More truck wagon fun after this fun fact.
I hope that we can get this story all told so that it'll be good.
Oh, we'll get it told so it'll be good. You've been here a long time. When did you first come to Chandler?
I made my first visit here in 1918. I went to a concert down here that Effie Duke was giving.
And you, I'm sure, came to Chandler different than most people today. Most people today come in cars or moving vans. How did you get to Chandler that first time?
By horses.
Okay.
And wagons. Even the Sanjero rode a horse to change the water for us.
Over the years, what Come Out and Play has done is just demonstrate how vibrant and alive a community Chandler is. And I think it's presented a very visual image to folks out there regarding the excellent parks and recreation system that Chandler has, some of the innovative things that they've done. And I think it's been a great tool for the city.
The Come Out and Play show has provided a chronological timeline of the progression of the Parks and Recreation programs, as well as just the transition from just a small number of parks, a small number of facilities, to what we are today. We have recorded that. To me, that's probably one of the more memorable accomplishment I feel came from doing the Come Out and Play show.
It's been fun every 2 months to produce a new show when we interview residents and employees regarding the programs that we feature in each episode. It's helped me see so many different parts of the city, and it's always fun to see the finished product and to put it online and to promote it and to encourage people to watch the show so that they're better informed. We take pride in producing that show because it's a great visual piece. They hear the testimonials in the show, and they learn about the activities that are available to them. So that part of the show is always fun once the finished product is online, and we spread the word about it.
The city does surveys. The recent survey, what they want to see in the city is recreation. And that's exactly what this show does. It was designed that way, and it still does, to show quality recreational activities that are in Chandler. And recreation is tailor-made to show on television.
And that's kind of been a thread that's run through the community from the time I arrived. And citizens wanted more parks and recreation. The council and mayors have been very supportive of providing those recreation services and programs. So I think that's a continuum.
Looking back, it really is pretty powerful to realize just some of the neat things that the Come Out and Play show has allowed us to do.
And you think of all the topics we've covered, seniors, we've done teens, the latest teen talent show was amazing. Therapeutics, swimming. It's really covered a lot of topics.
Oh, definitely.
Thank you for spending some time with us. This is going to be a great park for the future in Chandler. And
it's sure a pleasure for me to be part of Chandler history and Chandler parks.
Good. Well, thank you for being here.
I know I've had a blast today. How about you guys?
Yep. Oh, yeah.
It's been a wonderful walk down memory lane. With that, that's a wrap. And until next time, come out and play Chandler.
We hope you'll join us again soon on Come Out and Play Chandler.
With that, we'll see you next month on Come Out and Play Chandler.
You look hot. Well, I guess that's a wrap, as they say in show business. Well, we'll see everybody next month on Come Out and Play Chandler.
From our kitchen to yours, this concludes Come Out and Play Chandler. Bon appetit!
We'll see you next month on
Come Out and Play Chandler.
Thanks for watching, and remember, come out and play Chandler.